Okay. And are you two under contract, under agreement?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We've been pre-qualified with 3 other lenders. So we're just in the process right now of trying to find the best rate. Perfect.
Okay. And then I'll also include a list of documentation. I mean, I'm sure you already had it.
So one of the things that's been pretty crazy about us buying a house is we're doing this all like while we're working full time, which is like not anything. I mean, obviously lots of people do this all the time. We're not the only ones who have tried to purchase or have purchased successfully purchased a house while working full time, but it's just been a little bit more difficult. My husband and I just don't have like a lot of time to do a whole heck of a lot while we're at work because we're working. So I'm just wanted to show you kind of what I'm doing right now. So in my kitchen, meal prepping and doing research to find out someone who can do an inspection for our house. Hey guys, welcome back. So today is super exciting. We are going to do our home walkthrough today. So we haven't closed on the house yet, but we are going today to do what's called like our punch list, go through, make sure there is nothing wrong, or if we do notice something that we write it down so they can make corrections before we move in. So this is the first time that we are going back to our house since we decided that this was the one. So it's really exciting. So I guess we'll do another kind of walkthrough for you guys to see what it looks like unfurnished. So yeah, I have to hurry up and eat breakfast. Husband is showering and then we're gonna get going.
Even though we both know we're liars and we start each other's fires, we just know that we'll be alright. Even though we kicked out the party cause we both hate everybody, we're the ones they wanna be like.
If you ever see this dripping, not a big deal, especially during the summer. So that you can water.
That'll be good. Yeah. For what?
Just this. And
Oh,
they might
yeah.
not even
Like
clean
right
it.
there.
It might just need magic eraser.
Yeah.
There's like, unless you know a lot about that kind of stuff, it's made for like the contractors who come and do your cable or internet. The walls settle, the trusses settle, so everything kind of starts moving.
It looks like this piece also
Just to run wires down and everything connected down there. Also, right here, I don't know the exact dimensions because it's just kind of wherever the framers put it, but we do add additional backing so that it's easier for you to mount the TV. I still recommend like using a stud finder or just using your finger to test out where the studs are.
This is one thing I would ask him, because just because they're a good resource for people, contractor-wise, that are local, as far as like a landscaper goes. Although you might have buddies who know a bunch of people up here.
Yeah, that's actually one of the first things that I asked him when we got here was, we're not getting the garage opener.
Okay guys, and welcome to our unfurnished house tour. We're so excited to share this with you guys. So we ended up going with the house with the lighter tile and more of like that brownish color scheme, which you'll see throughout the house. So on the right hand side, we have our laundry room, and then this is the big open area, which is the dining room, living room, and then as you can see right here, the luxury deluxe kitchen, which we are absolutely obsessed with, and we have a little breakfast nook right there on the left. We absolutely love the island. There's so much space in the kitchen. And this over here on the right hand side will eventually be our dining room once we get some furniture. And then once you come down this hall, we have a guest bath, which is a shower and a bathroom We have a closet and a guest bedroom. And then this is our master suite, which we absolutely love. We get so much natural lighting in this space, and it's just amazing in the mornings. And then once you come in to the master bathroom suite, we have a shower, and we also have a soaking tub, which we absolutely love. We've used it about once now for an Epsom salt bath, and it's been amazing. And then you come into this space, which is the walk-in closet, still a work in progress. And then we have, as you can see right here, the white cabinets, which I'm a huge fan of. And then coming again down this hallway, we will go into what I believe we will have as one of the guest bedrooms. It was between this or the office, and I think we ended up deciding to go with the guest bedroom. It's just a nice little area. And then coming back down here again, so this is the guest bathroom, or not guest bathroom, but bathroom that anyone can use when they're in the house. They don't have to go into someone's room to be able to get to that, which is super nice. We have our laundry room right there, and then once you come over to the right, this is the other area of the house where we have another bathroom, and then we have another guest bedroom, and then to the left will eventually be my office. So that was a short little house tour, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll show you a furnished tour once it's all done.
As I was editing that video, I felt like I had a lot more footage than I actually did. So I wanted to kind of recap what we did and kind of like the process, because it was everything just happened really fast. So we found our house, and I think we put in an offer, or so we went and toured the house on a Saturday, and I think it was either the next day or Monday we wanted to tell the builder that we were interested. It's a little bit different than buying a house directly from a seller, someone who has already previously lived in the house. Since our house was a new build, there was no negotiations. Everything was very straightforward. We didn't negotiate the price. We couldn't negotiate for appliances, anything like that, because it was a new build and they were able to sell as is. There were no negotiations with the price, anything like that. So everything just happened really fast. We had an inspection done on the house, and I highly recommend that you do an inspection on the house, because they'll be able to really look into everything in depth that you may not be able to, or maybe even think of. So we had an inspection done, and they give you a very detailed report. So we took that report, or we sent the report to the guy who was in charge of the house. And so when we went to do our walkthrough, that's where you saw us walking around, checking out the garage, the AC, heating, hot water cooler or hot water heater, everything like that. We made sure that everything that was on the inspection list was taken care of. Some minor things here and there, like cosmetic, like you saw us putting tape on some of the cabinets and things like that. We did the home walkthrough, and then once everything has kind of been, everything that needs to be fixed, you do another walkthrough just to make sure that everything was taken care of before you move in. So we did the final walkthrough about an hour before we closed. So we went to the title company. Again, everything was very straightforward. We went to the title company, we sat down, we signed a ton of documents. Make sure that you read through all of those. We didn't get the keys that day when we closed, because they have to process all the money. So we got them later in the afternoon, and we didn't move into the new house until a week or so after we closed, maybe even actually 2 weeks, just because we were still packing up and getting everything ready to move. We didn't hire movers, we did everything ourselves, and you guys will see our moving day vlog. But there were just a couple things that I wanted to go over. I just wanted to do some house buying tips. So a couple questions I've been getting is, how were you able to buy a house? So I would say the first step into buying a house is, number one, is to save a lot of money. It seems kind of silly and kind of obvious. I've been working since I was 15, 16 years old. Actually, probably even before that if you include babysitting and just miscellaneous odd jobs here and there. But as soon as I could work, I started working. I worked in an optometrist's office for about 6 years. I worked as an optometric assistant, technician, insurance specialist, really everything under the sun that you could think of. And I saved. So when I got my paycheck, everything went into savings. and I would only pull money if I really needed something or here and there, but I wasn't a big spender. I worked all throughout college, and I didn't work while I was actually in school, but whenever I came home for a spring break, winter break, summers, all I would do was work and save up money. And that really helped when I was paying for grad school and then for the down payment for the house. So when it comes to the down payment for the house, you have a couple different options depending on the loan that you get, the type of loan that you get. We also did not want to pay mortgage insurance, so we put 20% down on the house. We didn't have to worry about an extra mortgage insurance payment each month. One of my biggest tips for you is to save money, but the second thing that's also really important is your credit score. If you're reliable with your finances, I would recommend getting a credit card. My first credit card I think ever was like a student credit card because they didn't really have a ton of credit. Or if you're younger, you can always be a joint owner with one of your parents, so you can start building credit, especially if they make on-time payments. So building your credit is really important, and there are a couple different credit card companies. I know like Capital One, Discover, they have a tool when you go in that you can view your credit score, and what's really cool is they'll break it down and let you know what's affecting your credit score, so how you can improve your score. So the biggest thing is to pay off your credit card statement in full for the previous month. That way you're not having to worry about paying insurance, and you're also getting a good credit score. The other thing that banks and people who you're going to for a mortgage, one of the things that they like to see is that you, again, are reliable. So if you have a loan, so it's not all about how much, that you're debt free. If you have debt, like let's say, for example, you bought a car, but are you making your payments on time each month? That's another thing that shows a lender that you are reliable and that you're credible and that they can take you seriously. So save money and then work on your credit score. Those are the two big things that you can do that'll help you not only for buying a house, but just overall in life. The second thing that you did, so you saw in the beginning of the video where I was on the phone. So one of the things that you do is you want to get pre-qualified for a mortgage, pre-qualified for a loan. You want to see how much you're able to get from the bank, but just because they're going to loan you $750,000 doesn't mean that that's your budget for a house. You want to also make sure to look at how much money you're comfortable spending for a house and how much you're able to afford, because it's not just the mortgage. So you're taking into consideration not just the mortgage, but insurance, property tax, utilities, things like that. So your mortgage, you do those fun little mortgage calculators. They're not 100% accurate because there are other things that you should factor in. So you want to get pre-qualified. So what you can do is, although when you do apply for a loan and they will pull a credit score or a credit check, that is a hard inquiry against your credit score. So your credit score will go down a little bit. But if you do a bunch of different applications all within, I think it's like a 20 to 30 day period, that they don't count those multiple pulls against you. So they realize that you're doing something that involves trying to get a good rate. So we looked at 4 or 5 different lenders, looked at our bank, we looked at a couple local banks in the area, some bigger names, and what we did is we told, they saw our credit history, and we actually already had the property in mind, so we knew the exact amount that we would need for the loan, and so we got different rates. And then it's not just the rates and the APR, the interest rates and the APR, but it's also the closing costs. So we were able to get 2 companies. We narrowed it down based off of closing costs and their initial interest rate, and we finally found one that was willing to work with us, and we're really happy with our decision. We got pre-qualified. That's one of the things too, if you're going house hunting, realtors and sellers will take you more seriously if you are pre-qualified, but I can't remember how long the pre-qualification is good for. You don't want to get pre-qualified knowing you're not going to buy a house until a year later. So you want to do all this kind of within the same time frame. So we took our pre-qualification letter to the seller, put a $1,000 deposit down on the house to kind of reserve the house for us and say that we were really serious, and they ended up putting that towards our closing costs. So it wasn't just like money lost. One of the things that was super helpful was having a real estate agent. So we had a good friend of ours that we made here in the area, Paulina, and she's just been absolutely incredible throughout the whole process. She's been doing this for a long time, so she was able to really hold our hand throughout the whole process and reassure that we were making good decisions and answer any questions that we had. There were a couple things that came up that we were unsure of, that she really helped us, and if not, then she got answers for us. So she was just outstanding. So I would definitely recommend hiring a real estate agent, someone who you trust and will help you throughout the entire process. So we put in the offer, deposit, and then from there, everything happened really quickly. Our lender also said that if we wanted to, we could close as early as the 1st or 2nd of the month, because our closing date was February 12th. But one of the things that you have to consider is even though our first mortgage payment will not be until April, if we had closed on the 2nd, we would have been paying interest for 10 additional days. And so that would have been an extra like $350, and that just wasn't worth it to us. Although that's just something to keep in mind. So maybe that is something that's really important to you, is if you have something that you can move into right away. For us, we were able to take our time, which was really nice. That's why a lot of people close more towards the end of the month. They're not paying interest on that entire month. They're only paying interest on a couple days. So that's really all I can think of right now, because I really wanted to, the big things for you guys is to save, and like I cannot stress enough to check your credit, and I feel like that's such an adult thing to say. It's something that I can't stress enough, and it's really, really important throughout your financial journey and financial lifetime. So if you guys have any questions about the house buying process for us, let me know and I'd be happy to answer them. I hope that this was somewhat informative. I'm not an expert by any means, but yeah, that's it. So that's gonna conclude the video. I'm gonna have the moving day vlog, and then I will definitely do more prep updates for you guys, because I am in prep. So moving, buying a house and doing all that was pretty stressful. But again, the harder it is, I feel like the more worth it is in the end. So anyway, so thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.